Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. And if you don't know who she is, let's just say she talks a lot of shit. I wouldn't say she's particularly smart. Then again, some people would say I'm not particularly smart. So take that with a grain of salt. But without further ado, let's jump into this next video.
Many men who are in power are high value, low functioning. High value meaning what? They got the money. They can, in their illusion, can purchase a woman.
In the last 2.5 years, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant has been going to every major black podcast, positioning herself as a relationship expert. And of course, this comes with a lot of upside. She's getting bookings, consultations, and she has a book coming out. And of course, that don't just include podcasts. She's been on, certain news stations like in Miami, giving advice to usually the black community, in particular, black women. And of course, that comes with a lot of bookings and fees and charging to show up to podcasts. And this brings us to a new podcast called Love and Fly Ish. This is a husband and wife team, Jenna and Donay. And again, this is a very, very good podcast. Shout out to them. Go over there and support them. In this episode, we found out about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant and what is a high value man and if she would date one.
So would you take a high functioning man making $50,000 a year?
That wouldn't fit my lifestyle.
So you wouldn't?
They are about to cross her up, Lord.
A high functioning man making $50,000 a year?
That wouldn't fit my lifestyle.
So you wouldn't take him?
Not because he makes 50,000.
Why?
Then
Right?
it's because he makes
It
50,000.
is because he
Hold
makes
on.
50 high
Hold on.
functioning.
Exactly.
It's not the judgment of the dollar amount.
What is
it's
it?
because of where I'm at in my lifestyle. So it wouldn't be equally yoked. It wouldn't be yin yang for me. Now, let's just say
So that's the reason, though.
That's the
Dr.
reason.
Cheyenne, because
Yeah, because the only thing that wouldn't be equally yoked is the money. If you have a particular lifestyle because you've created it, well, guess what? Just because you marry a guy who makes 50K doesn't mean that you now are not making the money you were making before. You're still going to make your money. You can still upkeep your lifestyle. You just now have additional income because now your partner also has money, which is in her eyes maybe not a lot, but this is what most of America makes. From 40 I think to 60,000 is the average income.
you said you wouldn't take him if he made 50,000. It's not about judgment. It's about the fact that you
It's
just
about the,
can't
like,
pay
you
for
can't-
what you need
Yeah.
what
to
I'm
pay
saying
for,
is
right?
if
Exactly.
a woman is in the space where she's making $80,000.
Now, in this context, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is talking about, certain men, what she would date, what she would choose, and she's talking about it. And then we get down to a dollar amount, okay? At this particular point, the dollar amount that she says she cannot deal with is $50,000, all right? Now, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is very passive and aggressive with some of her lies or rhetoric, which she does that to keep people confused and off balance in her podcast interviews, so they really can't catch her in a lie. So again, they said, look, you know what did a guy for $50,000? She went all the way around the damn world to say the same thing, but then said, no, that's not it. Listen, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, nobody got time for all this today, all right? You need to get yourself together.
Woo!
But again, that's the first red flag. Just trying to be confusing and deliberately trying to be evasive about what you mean. And if you're confusing on podcasts, you must give confusing information during your consultations.
Exactly.
But the most confusing thing that I saw was just the outright lie, okay? Now, the sister Jenna asked her a direct question to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, and she said this.
I'm not here to make a man feel small.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to make any man, whether it's my man or a man outside of me, to know he's a king.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to be with the right fit to be kinged, because it will affect that man a lot more than it will affect the woman who is choosing him.
Do you
I
want
see
to
it
be
happen
married?
in my office all the time.
Do you want to be married eventually?
Yes,
You do?
I will.
Okay, so
Yes.
let me ask you this. Why do you believe you're not married already?
Well, I mean, one, I wanted to wait until my career was fully, really to the space it is now. I wanted to make sure that I didn't have kids, for me personally, born in a deficit. They're born in equity, and equity is not just financial things, right, and accolades and things that I can offer surfacely or externally, but I wanted to make sure that I was in a place where I'm not just choosing a husband, but I'm choosing a father. A lot of women choose husbands, and then they go, he's not a great father. And of course, you don't know if he's good at either until you are in the experience of them, but you can use something called wisdom that can help you choose better. Doesn't mean you're going to choose perfect, and it doesn't mean that I'm exempt from divorce.
Now,
Before O'Shea goes, what? I want to make sure that my child could be raised from a place of equity, but I'm not talking about material things. Making sure that I could pick the right guy. Like, what are you talking about? You're 40. I think she's like 42. Like, you're gonna have a kid now with who? I'm not necessarily somebody who's always like, oh well, if you're over a certain age, you can't find somebody. I don't necessarily believe in that. I think if you do the work, it doesn't matter what age you are, you'll find someone who wants to be with you. But this level of thought process here is the reason why there's so many single women. Single women keep women single. It's that simple. Like, why would you? What do those accolades have to do with being a good mom or making sure that the man you chose is a good man?
Now, this is a very, very good question because she said, listen, why are you not married? And Dr. Cheyenne Bryant said, well, it's because I was trying to get myself together. I'm looking for Jesus. I'm looking for a Del Taco. I don't know where it's at. I got lost on the GPS. I'm looking for a Subway shop. I'm just looking for not even a husband. I'm looking for a father. Yeah, I need to find a good father. So this is interesting. She's looking for a husband and a father. That's interesting because rewind.
Here come the receipts.
Now, Cheyenne, you know that the internet do got receipts, boo. And you know me, I'm a lightweight ghetto detective. And I remember when you was on Paul Pierce's show just 2 months ago, and you talked about trying to get pregnant, but it wasn't no marriage involved in that.
When I decide at 42 to be a mother,
This is the year?
Yeah, it is.
You pregnant?
Paul's like, do we get an exclusive?
You said
No, I took my IUD out about a month ago so that I can be ready to do my
Congrats. I
What is
love
that,
that.
the eggs?
The IUD is like,
You took the eggs out
no.
and freeze them?
Paul don't even know.
Now, what is that, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant?
Right.
Did you just say that you was going
She's
to
outside.
your IUD?
That's what it means.
Yeah, that means, you haven't found the husband yet, but that good no condom clapping you're doing, right? Like, you're out there clapping it up because you wouldn't be clapping it up if you wouldn't have your IUD in. You would just keep it in and then have the condoms on, but you would only take out your IUD because you want to get clapped up and go head on and get the club shot in. But you're not talking about the fact that you're married. Doesn't it make sense, relationship expert, to have your cheeks clapped after getting married? Then you can remove your IUD, and you know what happened after that? Yeah, it just makes sense, right? But no, she is not married, don't have a husband, and ain't planning on getting married. How do we know?
What's going on with her? She dating, single? What do that entail for a 42-year-old?
I am dating.
Dating but single.
Enjoying my life. I have really good companions.
How many are you dating?
Companions with an S? Oh boy. 42 with companions is wild.
I'm not exclusively committed to anyone, but I have one guy that I have dated off and on for 5 years.
Got her.
If this isn't trifling, I don't know what is. And she looks great. Like, she looks amazing. Don't get me wrong. But like, at 42, you're still outside talking about, oh, I'm not in anything committed, but I have been seeing somebody for 5 years on and off. So on the off, who you seeing? Somebody else? How does that help you get to the I want to be a wife and I'm a good mom and have a husband who's a good father? How do you get there from that road? Like, that to me, that's just wild.
We dated for 5 years off and on.
So you was his work for 5 years? His work? You still his work?
Oh my God.
Look at her smiling.
I know what's going on now. I'm about to. We're gonna take this sheep clothing off.
I am right. The wolf teeth coming out. No,
He was somebody's work for 5 years.
Wow.
We have been each other's companions.
See how she's not pushing back?
And yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years, and it's the truth. And he doesn't like it. He's absolutely correct.
I spin the block for 5 years? What? You sound like a prostitute, my girl. I'm sorry, but what the fuck did she just say? I've spun the block for 5 years? Bro, get off my screen.
He feels like I haven't provided.
Oh, your work.
No one's
exactly.
No one is. We working together.
Okay.
We working together.
But you keeping them at bay.
Now that's Paul Pierce asking her the same question that the sister asked on the other podcast, Sister Jenna, on Love and Fly-ish. He asked not the same thing. Let me just be honest. He didn't ask her why was she married. He's like, well, what's up with your man? She's like, oh, well, I spent the block for the last 5 years, meaning that she went back to the same dude. He don't like the fact how I've been doing things, And then eventually she would go ahead and admit she's waiting for him to get it together. So wait a minute. You're looking to get married and you want somebody that's a good father, but at the same time, you can't find a good father, so you're going to take your IUD out. Which leads me to believe what Corey Holcomb has said in the past. I'm going to give him credit because he's the first person I heard say it. You got an AI boyfriend, or you like something else. I won't say what something else is because I ain't trying to get in trouble, okay? Because these stories don't make sense. So why you out here lying? I just need to know. I mean, because you look good, you fine, but you're down bad. And it don't make sense to keep on lying and lying and lying. Like every damn time you lying, going over here just trying to, like, you want to just hear yourself talk, right? And this is the funny part about it. People like Cheyenne Bryant, they talk so much and just feel like it's just water coming out their mouth and it's just so great. Girl, you think you smooth. I don't know what the hell you think is wrong with your ass. You just think that whatever you say, we just somehow forgot you ain't been on BS the whole entire time. And the reality is you've been lying the whole time about your education. We already know that your doctorate degree is not verified. That school closed. It was like an online dusty middle school, like over there just on Down Bad Boulevard. We already know that. But you out here, and then the thing is so funny is like, you're like a Umarette Johnson. Like, you're like the female version of Umar, because you just say anything you can say to get some money. And then this is the person that's actually giving somebody relationship advice. When every podcast you saying something new, every podcast, depending on what somebody asks you, you just shift as a chameleon. Every podcast you go on, you just making things worse for yourself. Like, stop it. And then again, you have all these women like really believing that you're the truth. Like, I remember when you was talking to Cam Newton, trying to give him some advice about how he out here creating fatherless homes. And you talked about you dating multiple men, taking your IUD out. And that means, well, if what you're saying is true, which it probably isn't, that leads to no condom clapping. And so no condom clapping means you're trying to get pregnant, but you're dating multiple guys. So you don't have somebody to get married to. So what's going on with you? I need to know. I have a few questions for you. Number one, are you smoking something? 2, how much is it? 3, where can I buy it?
Right.
I need that.
Right.
I'm just going to be real with you. I need it because if I can just be delusional as F and get paid like your ass is, and I can get away from these mosquitoes in Africa bite my ass every day, I will definitely take that job. I'm serious. Like, I'm really so tired of doing this hard ass work. I want to go from city to city, sit my fat ass down somewhere and just lie the whole entire time. Now, I don't look as good as you. I'm not as pretty as you. That's definitely for sure. But listen, man, give me $500. Put me in a Roach Motel. Get me a few honey buns. Give me some hot chocolate. I'll come on there and make up all kind of stuff. I'm from Del Paso Heights. We used to lying. It will be ugly. Don't even worry about it. I will lie about everything. Body counts. I will come back the next episode and say I'm a virgin. I will come back and say I'm a Jehovah's Witness.
Right. And
I've been in the Nation of Islam.
And this is one of those situations where, they like the common theme nowadays is, oh, women and men are the same and women can do the same thing that men can do. And this is a perfect example of that not being true, right? Because if you have a guy going out there giving nonsensical advice to men, it won't be long before no one listens to him, because what he's saying to go do and try is not going to work. A guy going out there lying about things and saying things. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some dudes out here on the internet who say the wildest shit. So I do understand that this is a double-edged sword. But just the idea behind her saying some of the things that she said is ridiculous. And she's leading a lot of women down a straight path. And that path is going to end up in being alone, being miserable, and not being happy. And you see it now. Like, we have the most unhappy, not just women, men as well can be included in this, but you have the most unhappy women at this point in time in their lives, and they have the most freedom, quote unquote, in history that they've ever had. Why is that? Is there a correlation to what's going on? Is there a correlation to there not being the family unity anymore? Is there a correlation to the fact that nowadays we say, women who want to stay at home and want to be nurturing and want to be mothers and, want to take care of their husbands are pygmies and are not valued as high as being a boss babe? Is that part of the problem? I think that regardless of what side you're on or what you want to do, you could do as you may. But to promote this idea that you'd be better off in one route versus the other, I think is where the problem lays. We should allow for there to be boss babes, but we should also allow for women who want to have a boatload of children and stay at home and just make sure that their man is getting everything he needs so he can go out in the world and take care of things. We should allow this to also be promoted. Whereas now we don't really have that nowadays, and it's mainly, oh, if she wants to, take care, tender to her man, she's a pygmy. If she's a boss babe, oh, well, then no man ever wants her. And both of these are extremes of what I think people don't understand, where there's always a middle. There's always a middle ground. There's always the exceptions to the rules. And I think both of these extremes are exceptions to the rules. Now, I have my own beliefs, and some of the things that I believe are mainly situated in the family unit. And I break it down to a little bit of a deeper thought process, which is not just, boss babe and women being submissive to men. I look at it from the perspective of, as human beings on this planet, what are we put here to do? To procreate and be fruitful, right? Part of being fruitful is building families, building communities, right? We've gotten to this point in life where things are all material and that's what matters, and making money and this and that. And don't get me wrong, that's a part of life. But we also have to understand that the basic or the most basic thought process of being human is to procreate, to continue your lineage. Now, you can build other levels upon that, but the base level is to marry someone, or even if you don't believe in marriage, but to get with someone, have kids, be able to teach your kids how to survive, so then those kids can have more kids and your lineage lives on.